Grandmaster Nightfall Strikes for Destiny 2's Season of the Seraph starts soon. This fast guide will prep you for these tough endgame missions whether you're a Conqueror or not. I'll quickly cover the featured strikes, leveling strategies, and the best gear for an easy clear. Use screenshots, chapters, and playback speed to make this video work for you. GMs launch on January 17th, 2023. Season 19 is shorter than the others, so each strike will be featured only once. If you don't have Conqueror already, find someone who does or schedule accordingly. The Insight Terminus is up first from January 17th to the 23rd. It features barrier and unstoppable champions with a cute void burn. The boss Kargan is an ad-based encounter with some deadly one-shot attacks. This is one of the easier strikes. The Scarlet Keep runs from January 24th to the 30th. It features barriers and unstops with arc burn. The boss Hashladoon has waves of ads in an open space. It's easy to die here, so be ready for a cautious run. Birthplace of the Vial runs from January 31st to February 6th. It features Overload and Unstoppable champs with Void Burn. The boss Hymix is tanky, but ads and totems will eat up your time. Not too hard, not too easy. The Corrupted runs February 7th to the 13th, featuring Overloads and Unstops with the cute Arc Burn. Setia has lots of ads, but she'll finish you off by throwing you off the map. This is one of the toughest GMs. Practice, prep, and buckle down. The Glassway's 2-season streak runs from February 14th to the 20th. It features barriers and overloads with Void Burn. The two bosses, Bellman and the Transcendent Hydra, are accompanied by 16 champions. For that reason, this is a close second to the Corrupted's difficulty. Warden of Nothing closes out the season from February 21st to the 27th. You've got all champion types and solar burn. The Warden servitor's solar attacks are deadly, so bring the heat to burn it down fast. On balance, it's tough, but not the worst. Leveling. To access GMs, all players must be power 1605 or higher. There are two ways to increase your power level once your gear has reached 1580. 1. Raise your seasonal artifact power bonus to 15. 2. Raise all character gear to power 1590. XP is account-based progression earned by completing activities, bounties, and more. For each 100,000 XP earned, the seasonal artifact will grant +1 power. To increase your XP gains, apply the Blinding Light Ghost mod for 12% extra XP. Take advantage of the Well-Rested bonus, increasing XP for your first 5 Season Pass levels each week. Season Pass owners gain Fireteam XP boost starting at level 5. Turn in bounties or complete activities in a Fireteam with at least one player that has earned these boosts. This bonus does not stack between players. Once your bonuses are set, prioritize bounties and seasonal challenges that grant the most XP. From highest to lowest, these are Challenger XP+, Challenger XP, XP++, XP+, and XP. Gear level is increased by acquiring and infusing weapons and armor of higher power levels. In Season 19, the power cap for gear is 1590 and can only be reached by earning Pinnacle gear rewards. Available Pinnacle drops can be earned once per week for each character. The power of new loot is relative to the highest level gear in your character inventory, so keep your best stuff on hand for a faster climb. Repeating Pinnacle activities on multiple characters speeds up the gear leveling process. Prioritize fast, easy, and soloable activities. Here's what I recommend. Tier 1, Fast and Solo. Ritual playlist. Vanguard Ops, Crucible, and Gambit gotta eat your greens, kids. Preservation is still an easy clear for Witch Queen owners. Operation Seraph Shield on Legend, while long, has some odd difficulty scaling. Enemies have so much health with a full fire team that I recommend playing this one solo. Tier 2, Fire Team recommended. Score over 100,000 points in a Nightfall Strike. It's easy on Legend or Master difficulty, and this doubles as practice for the GM. Spire of the Watcher and the weekly rotated dungeon drop pinnacles from the final encounter. Heist Battlegrounds Legend aren't too tough, but there's no matchmaking. Complete 3 for a pinnacle. Getting 100,000 points in the weekly Witch Queen story can be easy, but some of those missions are extremely long. Make sure you know what you're signing up for. Tier 3, Big and Slow, save these for last. Raids give lots of drops, but you need a solid team and lots of time. Master Wellspring and Master Dares of Eternity aren't too tough, but you want 4 or more players for smooth runs. Vox Obscura is an easy clear, but it takes multiple runs to get a single pinnacle drop. Trials of Osiris, win 50 rounds. I mean, you already know whether you're going to do this one. Builds, mods, and gear. I recommend builds for each strike in their individual guides when they launch. Here, I'll list the exotics, mods, and craftable weapons worth getting before then. Hunters. Gear Falcon's Hallberg's recent buffs have made it a killer PvE exotic for void builds. Arcstrider's Assassin's Cowl lets you balance safety with close range damage. For stasis, Renewal Grasps will keep you alive with the right build. Warlocks. Voidwalkers, Controverse Hold keeps you alive while putting out big damage. Increase Solar Well of Radiance uptime with Phoenix Protocol. Stasis, Osmiomancy Gloves with Bleak Watcher is still a very powerful combo. Titans, the meta hasn't shifted much. Get the biggest, strongest, hardest, and most light you can find. All classes, Artificer armor is especially valuable this season. Run master level dungeons for a chance to earn it. Season of the Risen's Umbral focusing in the Helm grants high stat legendary armor. Run Psyops Battlegrounds for Risen Umbral energy, then head to the Helm. Equip the Ghost Armorer mod of your choosing and focus Umbral Ungrams for 65 stat armor. Seasonal mods. Low Entropy Superconductor makes planning for unstoppable champions a little easier. Additionally, prioritize these 5th column mods. Monochromatic Maestro may limit elemental coverage per character, but the damage gains are worth the extra bit of coordination your fire team will need. Weaken Clear coupled with Wither Horde or Anarchy will make champions and bosses much faster to kill. Lucent Finisher, especially for invisibility builds, will keep your team stocked on heavy. Weapons. Intrinsic unstoppable weapons such as Malfeasance, Devil's Ruins, and Bastions are especially valuable. Arbalest, Wishender, and the new Revision Zero are all heavy-hitting anti-barrier. Le Monarch and Divinity for Overlords are great, but the Scout mod is pretty effective. If you have their patterns, craft linear fusion rifles with any combination of 4 times the charm, Focus Fury, and firing line in all 3 elements. Cataclysmic, Sailspy, Pitch Glass, and Taipan are all fantastic. Honorable mentions. The Blowout is a Crucible rocket launcher this season. With high blast radius, this this pairs nicely with Galahorn for high burst damage. Grand Overture's 20 missile alt-fire volley just got a 50% buff that is a monster against champions and bosses. Merciless with its catalyst is now easier to keep in its high speed firing state. I'll test all 3 weapons and Nightfalls and report back on my final guide, so throw them in your inventory now. That's your quick guide for Grandmaster Nightfall preparation in Destiny 2 Season of the Seraph. If you've got tips for leveling, farms, or builds, leave those in the comments. Be ready on January 17th. Come back then for a new GM guide each week, always 3 minutes or less. We'll see you there. Get striking, Guardians.